All right, so the routine that I do for my back to get my back healthy, and I used to do this routine. I recently kind of started it again a couple of months ago after I herniated the disc in my back from deadlifting too heavy. But I'm going to show you several versions of it. It's all kind of based around planks for the most part. And I'll show you kind of some of the beginning versions and then some advanced versions of it. So the first thing I start out with are these back extensions. They just get on my stomach. This can help if you have your feet up against a wall. You'll be able to get the chest up a little bit higher. This whole routine can actually be pretty killer on the shoulders too, and really good for the health of your shoulders if you do it right. So anyway, so I do about 10 or 15. I generally go with 15, but I kind of started out at 10 of these back extensions, just lifting that chest up as high off the ground, trying to get the backs of the hands towards the ceiling and pulling those shoulder blades away from my ears. So I'll go 10 or 15 of those. Then I'll jump into a plank on the elbows. Remember, planks can be good or bad depending on if you do them good or bad. You really want to keep your glutes and your abdominals squeezed hard the whole time. If those start failing, go ahead and come out of it. Starting out at 30 seconds for that is fine, and then you kind of want to work your way up to being able to do it for a minute. If you can do it for a minute straight away with good form, then absolutely go for it. So you're going from plank, 30 seconds to a minute. Sorry, I'll start over again. Going from these, 15. Going to your plank, 30 to 60 seconds. Going into a side plank, 30 seconds. Other side, 30 seconds. And of course you can do these, increase the time on these if you want as well. And then a reverse plank. This one is pretty brutal. I'll show you kind of what it looks like from the side as well. But you're starting out on your back, elbows down, lifting the hips up off of the ground like that. So let me show that from the side. So it's like that, and you're going for 30 seconds there. Trying to keep the knees as straight as possible, getting that butt as high up off the ground as possible, really squeezing the abdominals too. After that, I'll spend 30 seconds to a minute in just a stretch, kind of like this. Again, trying to pull the shoulders away from the arms, and then I'll repeat that whole process. Doing these again, back into the regular plank. So lately, just to get some better shoulder work involved in it as well, and I'll show all of this stuff from the side, is I start out here doing my 15 of those, come into a hand plank, trying to twist my hands into the ground. It's like I'm trying to take my hand and do that, but I'm letting it grip the ground. So those fingers aren't actually moving. You're just making that torque there. It's going to turn on your infraspinatus muscles, back of your rotator cuff. Be super good for your shoulders.